Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today it is time for another Project Life spread for week 37 of 2024. I realize I've already messed up. I put down 36. I do that for the entirety of the video. I even took my pictures, did the whole thing, and at the very, very last second, I will change it in this video, but I had to come back. It wasn't until I was putting it all away in my book that I realized I had to week 36. So it gets corrected eventually. So for this one, I did just grab things out of my stash. I have a couple cards from Ellie's Studio, along with a couple random cards that are super old, and I honestly don't even know where they're from. I think possibly one of the 3x4s in the middle that's covered up right now is from Studio Calico. And then I also am unsure about that leaf card at the bottom. I'm kind of thinking Feed Your Craft because it's a shinier like consistency the card is, but I'm not sure. It's been in my stash forever, but for this week, I did not have very many photos. So this is one of those weeks where I kind of struggled with filling up my Project Life spread. So really, I only had that picture at the top of me and Will with his brother Daniel and his wife Heather. We got to meet up with them again before they head back home. They were in town. So that was really nice. We got lunch together on Sunday. So I had that picture. So of course I knew I was going to print that off and that was going to be the star of the show. But of course, I needed a few other things to document. So as my week was going on, I snapped a picture of some of the fresh flowers that I had gotten. We had the family came over and visited last week. So we still had some of the flowers that were hanging on. So I took a picture of those. Also, me and Will were able to watch Only Murders in the Building together, which is one of my favorite shows. And it just started the 4th season, but I've really been wanting Will to watch that with me. So we actually had some days this weekend. It was rainy. We were home, no plans, nothing to do. So we were able to watch the first 4 episodes of season 1. So that was really fun. So I made sure to snap a picture of the screen when we were watching it. Of course, I changed it to black and white so that it would kind of match with the vibes because the colors were sort of off. And then besides that, I knew that I would probably take some sort of sticker themed photo because this week is also, or the current week that we were on, 37, has been all about prepping for sticker camp because actually I will be heading to sticker camp tomorrow night. So I'm really, really excited. It's all this weekend. So you'll hear all about that next week. I have several videos to share with you for next week, or I will. But this week was all about prepping for camp. So I took a photo, just a flat lay photo of some of my stickers and some of the things that I was trying to organize and get together throughout last week. So I snapped that picture and popped it on the bottom. I did print it off as a 4x6 since I needed some other photo to go there. So that worked out nicely for me. And then the only other thing is a picture of The Circle, one of my favorite things to document. The Circle is one of my all-time favorite shows. It is so good to me. It is on Netflix. Absolutely love it. And me and my bestie, Casey, love to chat about it. It's one of my favorite parts of watching The Circle. We always text each other all of the updates as we're watching. So this one started again this week. So I knew that I had to document that. So as usual, whenever I'm documenting a show, I will just go to Google, save the image, and then I will usually print it off at about a 1.5 by 2 inch rectangle, something like that. So I did that for that first 3x4 card there and just jotted down a few little sentences about the circle. Now, since this spread took me next to no time. I hardly embellished it. It was just really, really quick and easy spread. I did leave all of my journaling in, so I know that this hasn't been that thrilling to watch, but what I ended up doing here was I went into my stash and I specifically was looking for a 4x6 card that was made to house journaling. So I ended up finding this one. I thought it was perfect because it filled in a lot of that extra space. I didn't have to have another photo down there. I could just, use a 4 4x6 card and write about my entire week. So before I turned the camera on, I also kind of decided what I was going to talk about within those 4 leaves there. And then actually on the back of that 4x6 card, I tested out my pen because I typically use a gel pen there. It's one of like the Pilot G2s. And I knew that that card was a little slick, like I mentioned before. It has a bit of a sheen to it. So I tried my pen on the back so that I would kind of know what to expect. And if I just touched it immediately, it was going to smear, but I also just kind of left it there for for a couple minutes, a minute, to see how long, to see if it would still smear, and that worked out. It did not smear. So then I knew that I wanted to just be really careful with that card and set it to the side, let it do its thing. And by the time I put it in the pocket, it was just fine and nothing smeared. So I was really happy about that. So here I did want to cover up some of the chaos of this sticker photo. So I just found a label from LA Studio in my stash that says documented. I added it right there to the middle. And then I'm just using my Dymo label maker, which I had handy beside me, and I wrote time to pack and just added that right on. I was considering stamping, but I ended up just going with the label maker. I already had it out, and it's just so quick and easy, and I love the way that it looks. So I was happy with that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. I'll show you that change of the week 37 here at the end. But besides that, I'll talk to you later, friends. Have a great one. Thanks, y'all.